Sure. My name is Richard Gemmel. I'm the Dean for the School of Business, Hospitality, and Media Arts at Confederation College in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada.
So this is a big faculty, a big school. You cover a lot of programs, and I checked there are so many of programs in this faculty. Do you have any favorite ones personally for you?
I'm very partial to the accounting programs. When I was going through my post-secondary education, I started out in the accounting field. Mm-hmm. So that always has a very special place in my heart. I have multiple credentials now. So I have an accounting diploma, I have a history degree, I have an education degree, and I also have a master's in business administration as well. So I love education. That's why I work in the post-secondary field. But yeah, if I had to pick a favorite, accounting would probably be my favorite program.
So do you communicate somehow with students, like in person? I mean, not now, in general. How do you work with them?
Yeah, Confederation College is a big school, I guess, when you think about how many programs we offer, but we're still a small town school. So I get to see students on a daily basis. I very much like to go down into the culinary labs and see what they're baking or what they're cooking that day, and just interact with the students. I think it's really important for administrators like myself to see what students are going through when they're taking our programs, and to make sure that they have a conduit through which they can voice feedback, concerns that they're having as they're studying. So I really do try to get out into the school and just see how things are going and how students are doing.
Do you know about the group size of your programs?
Yeah, typically our cohorts range between 20 to say 40 students. So for example, if a student were to enter into the accounting program, they would be in a class of around 30 to 40 students, depending on the year. I also have other programs, say my media programs, my film production program. First year of film production, we have close to 50 or 60 students in that first year class.
Can a student write to you directly to ask something about the program, or it's better to address the question directly to the program coordinator?
Either is fine. I do get student emails or letters sometimes, even through snail mail, where students are asking questions, and if I can answer it, I try my best to do so. But if it's a really program specific question, where they want to get some more depth to the answer or the response, I usually refer that to either the program coordinator or the recruitment team, just so that the student gets all of the information that they need.
So you do have a lot of programs you're responsible for, but if you know what part of the program is the practical part, so how many co-ops in every particular program?
Yeah, so some programs are definitely more hands-on than others. I mentioned the film production program. The film production program requires the students to be on campus all the time. They've got their hands physically on cameras and lighting equipment and working with actors so that they can make their films. The culinary program, obviously the students are coming into the labs, probably 50% to 60% of their week is spent in a lab. But there is also a number of theory courses. So a lot of the business programs focused on more theory. That said, there's still a lot of practical components or work integrated learning opportunities for those business programs. Yeah, we have community projects in a number of our programs, or client projects in a number of our programs. And then there's those placement opportunities. So the accounting program, the human resources program, the interactive media development program have full semester placements at the end of their program. But all of our programs have some component of work integrated learning or experiential learning. So whether that's working on a client project with an industry partner or a community partner, whether that's a smaller component of some sort of placement, students have an opportunity to work not just with a textbook, but with real life situations.
So how was it this year? I mean, in those programs where in-person communication was really vital.
We've been lucky. Confederation College has been lucky where we've been situated here in Ontario. Yes, the pandemic has certainly come to our community. COVID-19 is a global, pandemic and a global challenge. However, we have a number of safety measures put into place and protocols to maintain, a very low, if any, transmission of the virus on campus. So we have caps in place where we're not allowed to have too many students on campus at any given time. Our individual class sizes on campus are limited to 10 students plus a professor in most programs. So, for example, my culinary students are still coming to the labs every week to cook. Conduct their labs, to cook, to chop, dice. So that's still happening. Our film students, our interactive media development students are still coming onto campus to shoot their films, to create their content with all the gear. But say the business programs that don't have necessarily that need to be on campus to hold a piece of equipment, they've been 100% online.
Do you have many international students in your programs?
Yeah. Confederation College has had an increase in international students coming to our campus for the last number of years. And in my portfolio, especially, I probably have between 300 and 400 students, any given semester taking some of my programs. A lot in the business suite of programs. So whether they're taking accounting or human resources at the undergraduate level, but also some postgraduate programs. So our international business management program has been quite popular. We also have a postgraduate certificate in leadership for healthcare professionals that has been very, very popular. We just started a health informatics program last year, which has been very popular. And then we also have a postgrad in digital marketing and marketing analytics. It's a 2-year postgraduate certificate, which, again, is fairly popular for students from abroad because it's a 2-year program. So they get those points for their permanent residency down the road in their work permit. So I've been very lucky to meet a number of Ukrainian students. We've got a number of film graduates that have come from Ukraine, fantastic filmmakers. I also, in my very first year teaching at Confederation College, I had a Ukrainian student taking our human resources management program, and she was amazing. She's now working as a chief recruiter for a pharmaceutical company. So she's had a very successful career. So my message to anyone in Ukraine listening, you have a fantastic opportunity if you choose Confederation College, whether you're interested in business, and when I say business, all facets of business, accounting, human resources, management, or in, say, the media arts, if you want to make films, or if you want to be a web designer or a graphic designer, or if you like to cook, take my culinary management program. I have a number of programs that would lead to fantastic careers for you here in Canada or back home in Ukraine.
Thank you so much. I thank you for your time as well. And I really hope to visit